everyone. Welcome back to Dimag Khula, the space where we pause, where we reflect, and a place where we dare to talk and ask the questions what we cannot ask many people. So, today I want to talk about something very recent but very, very painful. Something that we all saw on social media, on the newspapers, but we are completely forgetting the floods in Punjab. For a few days, that's all we saw on social media pictures, Instagram, pictures of villages drowned, videos of family clinging to the rooftops, hashtags full of sympathy. But now, where is it? News channels kept on running this 24/7 coverage. But tell me honestly, how long did it last? Even in our brains? 2 days, 3 days, or like maybe a week. And now, complete silence. Normal life as if like almost nothing happened. But the water hasn't disappeared yet. The lives, the properties hasn't been restored, and nature has not forgotten. Now, all of you imagine this with me. A farmer standing in waist deep water, watching his years harvest, years hard work float away. A mother clutching her child on a broken roof, praying rescue boats to arrive in time. Cattle, the only source of income these families, these farmers had, drowning in the current. A wedding that was supposed to happen a week later, or like very soon, the entire home swept away. These are not just the statistics, these are what people are facing there, and yet for us sitting far away in just and calling it just another natural disaster so simply. But here's the truth: the flood is not only water, it's a mirror showing us how fragile our lives have become in front of the very nature we take for granted. We keep on exploiting this nature continuously and then get terrified just with like how it reacts to the actions that we do. And here's the hypocrisy: we humans just remember when the nature keeps on punishing us. For 2 days, we flood the social medias full of sympathy. We keep on crying. We debate on the news channels. We post long, long captions about the prayers for Punjab, and then we completely move on. We completely forget. Back to our cars, back to our plastic bottles, back to cutting the trees, back to cutting forests, back to drilling tunnels into mountains so that our rides become so convenient and like Instagrammable. We moan, but we don't learn. We post, but we do not change. Why? The question is why? Because everything nature gives us, air, water, trees, everything it gives us, it's completely free of cost. And when something we get for free, we have completely stopped valuing it. And same is happening with nature. Now I want to tell you a story. I want to share a small incident. I saw recently, very recently, I saw a video of an old man in Punjab. His house was half underwater, his fields destroyed, his cattle gone. And when someone asked him that what he wanted the most now, since everything he had gone, he said he didn't want money. He didn't want compensation too. He said, बस पानी ठीक हो जाए, फसलें वापस आ जाएं, नदियाँ शांत हो जाएं, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Like the water, if the water is the only thing that calms him, fields come back and rivers come to like rest again. Hearing this broke me because he wasn't even asking for the compensation or any luxury. He was asking for government schemes. He wasn't asking for the government schemes. He was simply asking for the balance in nature, balance in what we have already destroyed. And so called the modern society that we live in has completely stopped thinking about this. Now, I just want you to look at the history. Think about the floods, landslides, droughts. They have always been here, but today the scale is very, very different. Just think why? Because of us, we are the reason. We keep on cutting forests, we drill into the mountains, we dump our waste wherever we get water or in the rivers, we poison our own air, and here we get shocked again when the nature answers, when the nature reverts. Every tree we cut, every mountain we like build a tunnel to crack it, every river which is getting choked, it all comes back to us. Sometimes in the form of flood, sometimes in the form of drought, or maybe any natural calamity that you see around. Sometimes the air gets so toxic, or maybe in future the air will get so toxic that our children won't be able to breathe. And we call it natural disaster. But don't you think it's actually a human disaster? Just think about this question. Now, I just so I just want to question all of you about this. Do we wait for another flood again, like the incident that happened in Punjab, another earthquake, another landslide, to even to wake up as now, or do we finally accept that we cannot keep exploiting the nature this way? We cannot keep it exploiting endlessly. When you drive through a tunnel cut into Himalayas or wherever, like beautiful ways you see, you realize that what scars have we left behind on the mother nature. When you throw garbage into the rivers, do you realize that it comes back in our food, in our water? When the forests are cut for the buildings, for making us tall buildings, do we think that how many lives it will cost us in the next monsoon? And like when the disasters strike and we post on Instagram, do we even think, do we even remember it if after a month later, or do we go back to our business as usual, start our lives as usual, and even start making the travel plans that we used to make? That really leaves us in a big thought. Floods are not just about water, they're about a memory and also about accountability, about a truth we keep on ignoring. Nature is not ours to control, it's ours to respect. So, here is what I leave you with today in today's video. Next time you see a tree being cut, a river being dirtied, or a mountain being drilled, just ask yourself, is this really development? Is this really making the city beautiful, life safer? Next time you admire Himalayas, ask how long will they last? If we keep on scarring them again and again, next time a disaster strikes, an earthquake comes or a flood comes, don't just post about it. Learn from it. Keep it in your minds. Live differently because of it, and then you will see the change. Because nature never forgets, it always gives back. If you give good, it will give good to you, either in blessings or in warnings. So tell me, do you think we humans are ready to respect nature before it's very late, before we all get finished, or are we just waiting for like next flood or earthquake to remind us? So this is Noor, and you are watching Dimag Khula. If this made you pause, think, share it, because some truths must be spoken aloud again and again. So, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel Dimag Khula, and I'll see you all in my next video. And one more thing that I wanted to discuss with all of you was that I am starting a new series which will be based on AI and the questions and the things happening around in today's AI driven world. So, maybe in the next video we'll start the series. You can post your comments down below, even if there is some other topic you want me to begin with. I'll read all your comments and then see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay bold, and keep watching the channel.